In the waning days of her premiership, so that's not long after she became Prime Minister, Liz Truss faced a situation that could have been plucked from the most intense thriller. A reality so surreal it's now been immortalised on stage. According to Out of the Blue, the authorised biography by Harry Cole and James Heal, Truss's final hours in Number 10 were marked not just by political upheaval but by the shadow of nuclear brinkmanship. As whispers grew louder of Vladimir Putin's near deployment of tactical nuclear weapons in October 2022, Truss, alongside Defence Secretary Ben Wallace, reportedly prepared for fallout scenarios, poring over satellite data and atmospheric charts, scanning wind patterns that could sweep radioactive material into Britain. Of course, had Liz Truss not been in power at that time, had she not been the foreign minister when Sergei Lavrov was posturing, had she not tried to insist that Rostov-on-Don, the city where the Wagner Brigade was stationed, and the Wagner Brigade then liberated in its march to Moscow, that was, she claimed it was Ukrainian, in defiance of history and geography, because she hadn't done her work. Had she not been in power, had there been a more secure Prime Minister at the time, it's not impossible that Putin would have thought twice about advancing across the border and seizing the Donbass and trying to take Kyiv. But she was in power. We can't change history. And the intelligence apparently was damning. Sources from Washington suggested there was an alarming 50% chance of Russia either unleashing a tactical nuclear strike in Ukraine or showcasing power with a larger bomb over the Black Sea. President Biden's chilling words at the time, "A nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought," echoed through Westminster, adding to the gravity of Truss's already floundering leadership. And this unprecedented period has now inspired The Last Days of Liz Truss, a 90-minute play by Greg Wilkinson, opening at the White Bear Theatre this December. Emma Wilkinson White embodies Truss, with Steve Naylon voicing Margaret Thatcher, lending a spectral critique of leadership legacies. Directed by Anthony Shrubsall, the production apparently merges satire with existential dread, underscoring the dissonance between personal ambition and the unyielding march of political reality. With its mix of sharp humour and dramatic tension, the play promises to revisit the farcical yet foreboding end of Truss's brief tenure. And against a backdrop of global peril and personal implosion, The Last Days of Liz Truss probes not only what was, but what could have been, had a gust of wind carried a different fate to British shores, had somebody planted different vegetables in the garden.